clicking the go live.
Sure.
And it says we are live on Facebook. So let me just pop
Awesome.
over there and check. And let me see. I'm just going to check the technology to make sure we are up and running. We are. It looks good on my end.
I love your sweatshirt, Miss Julie.
Girl.
Doing it afraid, baby.
Doing it afraid is right.
Do it. You will get unafraid by doing it. Proud of you.
So, welcome, everybody. Welcome. I want to introduce my friend, foremost my friend, but business coach and mentor, Miss Jennifer Allwood. So Jennifer, this is my Wreath Friends, and Wreath Friends, this is Jennifer Allwood, and I just want to thank her for coming on to my page. So just a little intro. I joined Jennifer in 2015 when I know, you guys, and you know, if you've been a follower of mine, that's when you saw my business completely explode too. So I joined Jennifer there. I feel like God just put her in my path exactly when I was ready to double down. Do you know what I mean, Jennifer? I mean, there goes a point in you're trying to grow a business, you're just like, can I do it? Should I do it? Can I do it? Should I do it? And then when you decide, I'm doing this, I don't care what it takes, boom. There you are in my Facebook newsfeed.
I thank you. First of all, thank you for having me here, Julie.
Absolutely.
You are near and dear to my heart. You are one of the most loyal, consistent entrepreneurs I have ever seen, and I want to thank you for that. You have
thank you.
rooted me on and supported me for the whole 4 years, so thank you. But, here's what I think happens to all of us in business, Julie, and it's happened to me too. It's like we can only get so far on our own. And then we're like, okay, I can't, I feel like my business, I want it to be bigger, but I don't know what I don't know. And we can only go so far on our own. And I think then it's when we invest in our business by joining a group like your wreath makers have, or joining a business class, or taking a course, that's when you're able to up level with a bunch of other like-minded people. And then that's when the power, I think, really comes into a business. And then I think, you get to another level and you're like, okay, this is all the further I can get here. And so I need something a little extra. And so I think that's probably right where you were, right about the time.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm so grateful for it.
Absolutely. So I know that you're in the middle of your launch. And so I really wanted to just thank you for taking the time out just to come on and be with my my Wreath friends and my group. And so I thought I'm just going to tell everybody that I just completely recommend Jennifer's course. It has really changed my life. And some of the things that I wanted everybody just to be clear of, that if you do the work and you follow, especially Jennifer's techniques, you'd be amazed at how much you grew. So can I just go, I know you're a numbers girl, so can I just kind of review numbers of my success for the first time?
I would be so proud of you right
now. The first time I took your course, okay, within the first that 6-week course, my Facebook followers grew by 15,000 people.
That is crazy.
6-week course. Okay. This is all within that 6-week course. I added 3,000 people on my email list. And you guys, if you don't know about emails and how hard sometimes it is to grow, it took me like 3 years to get 3,000 people. And just following some of her suggestions in her course, I was able to do it within that 6-week course that I was still taking it. And then also I went back and I checked my numbers from when I worked the previous year, 6 weeks, to the 6 weeks year that I was doing it. And I had grown an additional $10,000 within that 6 weeks from the previous 6 weeks year. And I was just like, y'all, this works.
Well, and you know what, Julie, the $10,000 is a game changer.
Oh my gosh, yes.
You think of, and it's a game changer for many reasons, because my course is designed to help people make more money, but it's not so they can go buy a boat and a Coach purse and they can, redo their wardrobe. Nothing wrong with any of that. But I know firsthand, and I think you will attest to this too, that when someone changes their business and revenue comes in that they've never had before, it changes their life.
Yeah.
Like, I can't even wrap my head around what's happened to my life in the last year or two because of my online income. And I know the same has transpired for you. Money in and of itself is such a powerful thing. It allows you to sleep better at night. It allows you to give more to your local things that you love.
And
My
that's what
church.
exactly what I did last year. I mean, I
We
couldn't
do.
believe how much I was able to donate to
Yeah.
charities, to my church, to even Reads Across America. You guys know I'm a passionate
Yeah.
about that. I
What do you
mean,
have a
yeah.
charity, Julie, that you love? Is there, for Jason and I, my husband and I, we our church is very active in the sex trafficking industry and supporting sex trafficking organizations. So we were able to donate a huge check last year to helping, that initiative. I would never have been able to do that 4 years ago. I could have never dreamed of that. And so I'm wanting to help creatives. Like, my heart is so passionate for people to make more money, not so that they can, you know, go crazy and be able to buy all the new cars and whatever else. I mean, yeah, that's a piece of it, but money in and of itself will help you rest easier. It will help you to make decisions differently for both your life and your business. I can remember, Julie, a time when Jason and I were tight on finances. And I don't know if you personally remember a time, but I can remember when we had $30,000 on credit cards. By the way, I've never admitted to that to anybody until like the last 2 weeks.
You are not alone.
He lost his job right before Christmas. We had two little boys. They laid him off before Christmas. We had planned on using his Christmas bonus and his end of the year bonus to help fund Christmas and
Right.
help pay for the family vacation next year. And I remember when he got laid off, and I thought to myself, I never, ever, it makes me want to cry when I think about it. I never want to be in this position again where somebody else is in charge of our future and it's so vulnerable. And so then, he was doing real estate and I was doing my painting business, and I can still just remember feeling tight. And what tight ends up feeling like is it ends up, makes you take jobs you never would otherwise. It makes some of your people discount their wreaths on prices that they don't want to. It makes them go to shows that they really don't want to attend, but they also know they have bills coming up and they've got to make the bills. And so if I can help people make money in an easier way. And so here's the I drew this on a whim the other day and I keep using it over and over. Right now, a lot of your people are probably here with wild hair like you and I, and they're making a wreath and selling it. And they're making a wreath and selling it, and they're making a wreath and selling it. And my course is designed to have you do something in your industry and sell it many times over and over without any more work on your end. Because what happens sometimes is people will start making more money, but they're working double the hours. And who the heck has time for that, Julie? You have kids, I have kids, I have a life, you have a life. And so figuring out how to make more money, but at the same time, not go crazy on your hours is really, really key.
And all that brings up a great point. One of the things I wanted you to explain and touch on is that before I started implementing some of that passive income that you talk a lot about in your course, it was like October through December sales were through the roof.
Oh yeah,
And you were like, I get this, and then January, February, March comes, and then it's just like a crash. Like, what the heck? Maybe I don't have this.
That used to happen to us in my industry too.
But going back to your graphic,
yes,
it's exactly what happens. I mean, so yeah, talk on that a little bit.
Well, in the painting industry, it was the months that started with the J, is what we always said, like the January, slump. Once people would start getting their tax returns, come February or March, we'd start seeing people rebook us to come to their house and paint their furniture or whatever. But then June and July were dismal as well because people had kids at home from school. They were taking family vacations. They were spending their money on, going back to school clothes. So during those months, I felt panicky, Julie. Like I didn't sleep well at night. There was a lot of anxiety. And I know most creative people, they are emotional people like you and I are. We're feelers, we're heart-centered people. And so to have that anxiety of crap, it's January 1st, brace yourself, that stinks every year. And it happens every year. And so getting yourself out of this thing is imperative just for peace of mind. And when you have a little more peace of mind because you have a little more wiggle room in your finances, then you can say no to the jobs that that person's going to be really hard to make a wreath for. They've already DM'd you 10 times. They are a pain in the butt. You're wishing you were giving her a different price. And so you can just make different decisions when you have more money in the bank.
Right. Yes, I completely agree. You can handpick a little bit better and more. So I'm looking at some questions too. Is your course good for beginners?
So the truth is, we had some beginners take it last year. And I used to tell people it's not made for beginners. And I'll still tell your people that, Julie, because I'm not interested in the sale. I'm literally interested in seeing businesses change. With that being said, I was telling people last year, you really need to have a business started. Like it's not good for somebody who doesn't have something already in the works. I have freebie things I can give you if that's you. But we did have a lady take it last year who hadn't started her business. She was thinking she wanted to do an online clothing boutique. And she said she took my course first so she would know as she was starting that business how to set things up correctly. And I do see some value in that. With that being said, though, if you don't have a business yet and you take the course and I start talking to you about doing membership sites, I mean, that's not going to apply to you. If you come start on the course and you're like, I know I want to do a blog, so I'm going to listen to Jennifer's module on, blogging and ad revenue, that's great, but you're not there yet if you don't already have the blog. So I will say that the course has gone up in cost every single year. We raised the price again this year. If you want any support from my team, it's $300 more than it was last year. So when you do purchase the course, you do have access to your version of it forever. So if you are wanting to get in on it at the lowest price you ever can, you could certainly buy it now, watch it in 6 months. But it'd be best if you had a business. But here's one other thing I'm going to tell you, Julie. I used this example the other day with somebody. Sometimes putting your money where your mouth is really powerful. Because what I've noticed is some people are more in love with the idea of having a business than they actually are with doing the business. Right now, I'm in love with the idea, Julie, of losing 20 pounds. I have emotionally ate all winter. It's true. We've got a new child, as you know, in our family. I have pacified myself with raw chocolate chip cookie dough for the last 5 months. So I've gained weight. And so I'm really wanting to lose weight. So Jason and I we've been talking a lot about buying a Peloton bike. And the reason I haven't pulled the plug on buying it is because I know darn good and well, if we spend the $2,500 on a bike, Julie, to put in my basement, I best get my butt down on there and ride your bike, or I am going to feel horrible. And he's going to be like, girl, you going to ride your bike? I mean, I bought it for you for Valentine's Day, Jen. And so
how romantic.
Right. But I'm really competitive with myself, so that's why I want a Peloton. But anyway, I know that if we drop the money on it, I'm going to be much more serious about using it and literally trying to take off the weight that I've put on than me just talking about how I want to lose weight. So for some of you people who are wondering about a course and you're like, I'm not sure, I still kind of have a hobby here, I will tell you that for some of you, whether it's my course or something Julie's got or something somebody else has got, I double dog dare a few of you to invest more than what you're comfortable with in a training, whether it's mine, theirs, whoever's, and literally let that light a fire under your butt to stop playing with the thing and make it a business. Because a lot of times it'll make you feel this sense of, geez, okay, that was, $1,000 I just spent. I better literally start the thing. And sometimes that will be what'll motivate you to actually get going.
Exactly. So everybody asked me, like, if I had anything to do differently, what would I do starting off my business? And it immediately would have been invest in the right courses and get a business coach. I mean, I wish I had that from the very beginning. It's such a lonely place to be growing a business, isn't it, from home? So
it is.
Definitely. And then when I did invest in the creators roadmap, for me it was a huge expense too. I mean, at that point I was just like, this is an investment. Okay, it's an investment and it's a business expense that I can put write off as an expense for a business. So it made sense. It just definitely made sense because I knew I was going to put in the time that it needed in order to make it successful. And I think we all understand that only we ourselves can make ourselves successful.
Yeah. So, and if you do the actual course, Julie, and because you took it, and the course, by the way, this year is 100% brand new. We scrapped the entire course.
I know, girl. I bought it again. Because of all of the new things. I'm like, dang, I got to do this.
It looks good, doesn't it?
I've already been in it. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So, what was I going to say about that? Okay. So the course is not even helping people grow their social media or anything. It's growing your bank account. That's what the course is designed for, to help you grow more money. So or not grow more money, but make more money. So for people who are like, gosh, I do not have the money to spend. Look, I get it. Do the payment plan, get the self-guided study so that it's the lower price and you don't have access to the Facebook group if you need. But when you put those things in place, it literally should be coming back to you. Like, it's not just you're handing over money for a course and you'll never see anything out of it. you should be coming back and implementing that stuff and seeing a huge reward on your efforts. You should be starting a membership group and then seeing all these people sign up. Like, it's not that you're just throwing money out the window. It is a tax write-off. Double check with your
It's
accountant.
definitely an investment.
It's an
Absolutely.
investment into your future.
So different about this course is what I liked is I logged in and I could see all the modules. When
We've given
I
them
first
all
took
to you up.
it would be dripped out 1 week at a time, which to me, I think is awesome because, you're a Netflix binge watcher, aren't you? Just like I am. And so just to be able to like sit there for the weekend or whatever and just binge watch and then take it all in. And then I love that you also offer that an added Facebook group where we can come in and ask questions and you help us with working through the different modules. I like that option.
And the reason we did that, Julie, is because I started thinking about, like, in my mind, I'm always thinking about the creative. What are their struggles? How can I meet them where their struggles are? What can we offer that will help them? And one of the things that has been irritating to me, quite frankly, with other coaches, other courses, is I was having to spend $1,000 on this course, $2,000 on this course, $600 on this course to learn all of the things that I needed. So number one, we wanted to make a course where it's like, here's the whole buffet, people. Pick and choose now. Pick and choose. The other thing that annoyed me was the coaches that were like, this is exactly what you need to do. You need to do a webinar. You must do a group. You must do a whatever. And in my head, I was thinking, that's not how creative people roll. If creative people aren't like the rest of business owners. They're very different. They have a little bit of a rebellious spirit. I know, I'm one of you. And so you have a little bit of the tech irritates me. I don't like people telling me the way to do it. I don't want to do it like them. My family doesn't understand it. Like, the creative mind is different. You get overwhelmed easier. And when you get overwhelmed, you shut down. This is how most creative people work. You have a hard time focusing on one idea. And so for somebody to give you a training that says, you have to do it this way, a lot of creative people don't want to do it that way.
Right.
And so, they're like internally throwing elbows, like, nobody's the boss of me. I want to do it my own way. And so when we laid out the course, I'm like, we're going to quit dripping it out week by week. That might be good for coffee, the coffee dripper. But on this course, we're going to give them the entire thing and say, you know what, here's a quiz. And the quiz is in the course. Take this personality quiz. It's going to tell you which module we think, based on your answers, you should start with first. If you hate people and one-on-one conversations, we would never tell you to start on one-on-one coaching first. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
But if people are sending you DMs saying, can I pick your brain? If people are asking you if they can go out to coffee with you, like then that quiz is going to tell you, hey, one-on-one's a really good fit for you. And then you go to that module, you figure out, what does it mean to do one-on-one training? What kind of questions do I need to ask my people? We've got a template that you send somebody that wants to do a one-on-one training with you, and you have them fill that out. Then you know how to do the training. We tell you what apps to use. We tell you how long to keep it, how to price it, all of the things. So it was important to me to realize that not all creative people want to do it in the same order as everybody else. And so we're giving it to you all at once, and you pick and choose.
Okay. I like that. I really like that. We've asked a lot of questions about the bonuses. So you offered bonuses yesterday during your cart open, and those bonuses are not available as part of the package, but they can be purchased now as a one-off, right?
You can purchase the two bonuses together. Combined are $99 from here until the end of the day.
And I've already looked at the bonuses, and they're really good. But also
good, Julie.
And I was going to offer my people, if you use my affiliate link, which I've been posting in here, to join, I'm also giving you a bonus, or two bonuses. So one bonus is going to be, I'll put you in a private Facebook group, and we work through the course together. And I'm just going to give you tips and techniques on how I implemented Jennifer's course into my own business. So that to me is going to be a valuable asset to some of my Wreath friends. And then the other thing I was going to also give is my YouTube Training Academy, which is $197 value. And the reason I chose that is because when I ask my customers, how did you hear about me? 90% say they heard from me from YouTube. So I think that that's an important bonus, just to help everybody just to get off on the right foot through taking your course, and just kind of work through it together a little bit.
Julie, I think that's brilliant of you. I think your bonuses are brilliant, number one, and I just want to applaud you for for seeing the value of YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
And, I've got a friend who does guitars, and he's got a 7-figure-a-year membership group for people taking guitar lessons. And his number one traffic source is a free guitar lesson on YouTube, and then he funnels them into his course. So brilliant move, sister. That's a fabulous freebie.
I think I like research. Coming from the financial industry where I used to work, I just like to dive deep. And I think that's where I found you. I was like, how's this girl doing this? How's she got 100,000 people on her Facebook page? Let me watch her. How's she doing this? So I'm always like researching. And then that's why I'm asking my customers, how'd you hear about me? And so when they said YouTube, I'm like, dang, I might need to put some investment in that over there and start actually working it.
I'm going to tell you something funny, and I don't know if you've seen it yet in the course this time or not, but we have 2 like bonus trainings. Stu McLaren is somebody whose course, his Tribe course on membership sites, I have taken. His course will open back up this spring. It's a $2,000 course. It's amazing, but it's not cheap. Stu offered to come in, and him and I have an hour-long video inside of the group. I tell you how to set up a membership group, what you need, how you're going to take payments, how to set those up, what the cover picture, how you're going to get support. I mean, I tell you all those things, but then Stu and I did a conversation that was great. And then Amy Porterfield came into the course this time with me, and Amy has become a friend of mine. And and I had...
For example, for people who don't know who Amy Porterfield is, she's a bigwig in the online marketing sales industry.
She's the real deal. She's the girl that you go to. She just had a course on releasing a course.
Right. She's the one you research.
Her course was $1,500, but she came in and gave a little bonus training for you guys on, should you do a course? So for your wreath makers, should they do a course? Should it be a signature course, a spotlight course, or what is the other word? I couldn't think of it earlier. Hang on, because this is going to drive me crazy. Hang on. A signature course, a starter course, or a spotlight course? And then she told me what each 3 of those include. And I'm like, Amy, this is brilliant. But off camera, Amy said to me, how are you doing what you're doing? This is like, people don't just do this. Like, what is your secret here? And so it's funny because us creative people, we just do it differently, Julie, than what the majority of the business people are. But here's what the business people are taking note of. Holy crap, some of these creative people, like they are starting to kick it in the online space, in the business world. And I'm just so honored that, you are one of those people. You are leading your team so well. You are leading your people so well. And so, yeah, super proud of you, girl.
Well, and it's just a huge testament to your course when people are, my fans and followers are watching where you're showing up today. This is proof for people. Like you were on Damon's page just now. You're on my page. You're going to be on Refabbed, Brooke's page next. And so these are people who have already gone through the course, and just take a look at the success and how we've handled it in our own business. And so that to me is just a huge testament to the validity of the course. So
you're awesome, Julie. I told Damon, and I'll tell you too, I hope your people realize how lucky they are to have the 2 of you leading them while linking arms. You 2 could be competitors, and there's so many industries out there that are ugly with competition, and I couldn't be prouder. Not that I had anything to do with it, but you guys you're amazing human beings. And so I applaud you guys for leading your industry in a way with such integrity, and also joining forces. It's really fun to watch.
It absolutely is. And, when we started, it wasn't like that at all. So I'm so glad that we were able to shift the minds, especially of the rethinking industry.
Love it.
Absolutely. Let's see, we got a couple more minutes. I was just going to ask you about diversifying your efforts. So for example, I see so many people putting all of their eggs in the Facebook basket. And I just remember that one time that I couldn't log into my Facebook page, and I was just like, what the heck? But then I didn't panic, because I'm like, well, I've got an email list of 50,000. I've got a blog. I've got all of, Instagram going. And so can you speak on that? I know you've got just a few more minutes.
Yeah, I am the poster girl for somebody who lost their Facebook page and had nervous diarrhea for 3 days straight. So my page 2 years ago at Christmas time, or was it 3 years ago at Christmas time, was just gone, Julie. Nobody could see it, including me. And I was like, what has just happened? And I had so much effort focused on Facebook. I had grown my email, yes, and I had a decent email. But in my head, I was like, okay, what have I done? How do I rectify this? How do I fix it? And what do I do now? So the page just popped back up 3 days later. I'll never forget it. I was at a client's house. My best friend texted me, your page is back. And I'm like, what? Facebook still can't tell me what happened. But what you need to know is social media is not perfect. Facebook is not perfect.
And we don't own that space.
You don't own that space. And so just like for those of you who are putting all your eggs into just, really getting good on one social media, that's fine, but figure out another one you can also develop some sort of a following on. Number two, you can't put all of your eggs into any MLM basket or any one area of revenue, because let's say that you, and most of your people probably aren't MLM people, but let's say you sell, face creams, Julie, and you're obsessed with the face creams and your whole brand is built around the face creams and you love it and you're getting paid a handsome commission to promote it. And then they change the rules. They close down. They decrease the commission. They put in place other rules. Again, you're like powerless. And it goes back to how we felt the day Jason lost his job. Just so vulnerable, just tight. I mean, you can't do anything about it. You know that I have talked for a long time about go ahead and do Etsy, list stuff on Etsy, but do Etsy and a website, because Etsy is the same way. But it also goes down to revenue streams. If you put all your eggs into Amazon affiliates, and that's all you're doing is trying to, get money off Amazon, that's fine. What happens if you violate an Amazon rule on accident? What happens if they suddenly just take down your account? Like you've got to have more than one thing into place so that you have options that anything goes sideways in any one area.
And the same true with making your product.
Oh my gosh.
If you break a leg or you get sick or have a death in the family or something, if you're only making and producing products, then your business is going to take a hit as well. I mean, it's just inevitable.
And that's why I teach in the course why you need to have ad revenue, why you need to have some sponsored content, a group, coaching, something, so that if you, suddenly do break an arm, you're still able to make money somehow. I had a woman, Julie, message me. I should put it in the comments when we're done here. She has a broken leg and she bought the course and she screenshotted me a picture.
I saw that on your Insta stories.
You did? Okay. And so her leg's up on the desk and she's like, I'm exactly what you're talking about. I can't work for the next, 8 to 12 weeks. And she's like, so I've got to figure out another way to make money.
Yeah, I saw that. That was really good. So let me just see if there's any other questions. You guys, if you're interested on the price, just click over to the link. It'll give you all of that information. Yeah. Let's see.
And Julie, I can have somebody on my team or myself come back in here if they want to tag us with any questions. We're happy to help answer. And thank you for trusting me with your people. I appreciate that.
No problem.
Yeah. And I might need to slip off here to go say hello to Brooke, but thank you. I really appreciate you having me on. My course is designed with creative people in mind to try to help them put things in place so they have more options in their business and more revenue in their bank account. So,
and absolutely. And well, thank you. And thank you for offering your talent to the world. Okay. For people like me. So thank you so much. And good luck to you and your course launch.
All right.
All right, thanks. I'm just going to say goodbye to Jennifer, and then you guys, we're still on. So if you have any questions, okay, I'm just going to go through and ask, see if I missed any questions about it, about her course. Again, Jennifer has the only reason I'm even mentioning this course, I know it's somebody else's course, and you're probably like, what is she doing? I just feel very strongly about it, that it just completely helped me in my business and it propelled me in my business. And I think it can help you too. I mean, I really feel like it could help others. She's had a lot of success, not just with me, but with other people taking it. So that's why I'm recommending it to you. It's almost like when you find a really good recipe and you want to share it with your friends, or you found a really good movie and you want to share it with your friends. It's exactly what I'm doing here. It's just sharing something that I've had success with to you as well. And if you have any questions, you can keep commenting below. I'm going to put, this is my affiliate link right here in the group, in the comments. And if you use my affiliate link to purchase and invest in your own business, then I'll give you those 2 bonuses that I mentioned. So one of the bonuses is putting you inside of a private Facebook group where we're going to walk through the course together. I'll tell you and show you ways that I've implemented it into my own business in order to transform it and propel it to where it is now. And then the other thing is my YouTube Training Academy, which is $197 value. And I do go through through step by step over my shoulder, look at my screen. This is where you find the analytics. This is where you find and put your keywords. This is how you monetize. This is where you put your keywords in the description, in the title, and the tags, and all of the things that are involved with getting a YouTube channel up and running the right way. So that's also a bonus that will be included if you use my affiliate link to join the Jennifer Allwood course. I think that's it. Let me see if there's any questions that I might have missed. Vanessa's saying it's the second time she's taken the course, and she is it's worth every penny. Same here. I've taken the course again. I've already logged in, and there's 6 modules. So she's going to go through 6 different ways to incorporate different revenue streams into your business. I've gotten to where I'm doing 8 now. So the 6 were great catapult for me, but now I've gotten to where I'm doing 8. That, I mean, maybe I'll show you the next 2 that you could do also in your business. If you do the payment plan, do you get all of the access? Asked Trisha. Yes, Trisha. So if you do the payment plan, there are 2 options. I'm not going to go into the pricing because I don't want to mess it up, but there's 2 ways to purchase. There's one package where it's just a buy the course, and you can watch it as you want to. All of it can watch it as you want to, as long as you want to. But then you don't get the extra Facebook group that she has, where she'll be walking through and answering your questions. So that one is a little bit less priced than the one if you buy the group that goes along with it. Y'all, FedEx must be here picking up my packages. I'm shipping wreaths today. And my dog Marley does not like the FedEx man. So there's 2 prices that, but if you, whatever one you access, the payment plan option, yes, you get my bonuses, okay? So just so you know. Let's see. They cannot get the link to work. So anybody else having an issue with the link? Let's see. I'll just copy and paste another link. How about that? Don't you love, this is life. This is working at home life, y'all. This is the dogs. This is real, hashtag real life work. This is what it's all about. Let's see. So Carrie's asking, how do you get the private group? If you, for me, to go walk through it together, for me as a bonus, if you just use my affiliate link, which I've been posting here, and you can see it posted at the top of the video. Get over here. You can, as long as you use my affiliate link, alrighty? I wish I knew about this when we were out Jennifer's live the other night. Aja, I checked, and you used my affiliate link, so you're in too, girl. You already got it. You've got my bonuses. So Rhonda says she's a beginner and she listened to what she said, but where does she start? Okay, so if you don't know where to start, I mean, there's a path that you could follow, or you could just do it on your own. Nobody says that you have to follow the right path. There is like no right path. You have to find what works well for you and your situation, your family life, where you live, all of the factors that go into it. But Rhonda, I started my business on Etsy. So if you have an Etsy shop, it starts there. I started on Etsy. I realized I needed Jasper. I realized that I needed to contact my customers that have purchased from me before, and Etsy is not a fan of that. So then I created an email list, and it just sort of snowballs from there on the things that you add to your business in order to keep it working for you. Janet says, it's not in my budget to take the course right now. Do you have a coaching group available? So Jennifer, I'm not sure when you asked that question. I'm sorry, Janet, I'm not sure when you asked that question, but both Jennifer and I both have coaching groups, okay? All right, so I think those were all of the questions. And again, I understand that this is an investment and some of you are not ready, which is completely understandable. But some of you are ready. Some of you are like trying to figure out, how did we do this? How do I do this? Like me, I told you I'm a researcher. So if you're ready to figure that out, the course is what definitely helped me. And so I'm just honored to be able to offer it to my people and my followers. And if you have any questions, continue to ask them. If you have questions that you don't want to post here publicly, just send me a personal message, or you can direct message me on Instagram, where I usually hang out and see things a lot quicker. But until then, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Maybe got a few tips, inspiration for your business, and I hope y'all have a wonderful week. All right.